What's up? This is Fashion Geek Zoe.
Yo, it's Dave Jeff from Fly. You're now checking in.
Yo, what's up, Chicago? It's your girl, Illy Muse, and we're here to do the Chicago check to see if these business and fashion moguls know a little bit about Chicago. So y'all ready?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah? Okay. I'm gonna start off with one that's easy. You guys should know this one, okay? So, which American film pioneer was born in Chicago, Illinois? A. Quentin Tarantino, B. Steven Spielberg, or C. Walt Disney? They've got the finger like, wait a minute. Any guesses?
Okay. Can you say the question again?
Which American film pioneer was born in Chicago, Illinois? A. Quentin Tarantino, B. Steven Spielberg, or C. Walt Disney?
I'm gonna say Walt Disney.
Okay, what you gonna say?
I'm gonna go with B.
Okay. I'm gonna tell y'all who won again. Because we got a little cash incentive for whoever's the winner.
Okay.
Cool.
Now, the second one is the original name of Chicago is derived from a local Indian word, Chicagua. Chicagua is a wild plant that used to grow in abundance on the south end of Lake Michigan. What is your guess at what this wild plant was? A. Wild garlic, B. Wild alfalfa, or C. Wild sunflower. These are smart men. I heard y'all spitting that game. You know, the gems was being dropped. So I'm like, let me get them the hard ones. We get all the other ones.
Right. You did it.
So Chicagua, that's what Chicago actually means. So the Native Americans, they would name things after plants.
Gotcha.
So what plant, it's just a guess. Like, what plant do you think would grow on the south end side of Lake Michigan?
Let's go with B again.
B? Okay.
What was B? What is that?
B is alfalfa. A is wild garlic. B is wild alfalfa. And C is wild sunflower.
I'm gonna go sunflower.
Sunflower? Okay. Now, in 1930, which sponge cake... This one is easy. Wait. In 1930, which sponge cake was invented in River Forest but became famous in Chicago, Illinois? A. The Twinkie, B. Angel Food Cake, or C. Victoria Cake?
I'm gonna go with the Angel.
Angel? What you say, though?
I'm gonna go with Victoria then.
Victoria? Okay. And then I'm gonna do one more, and that's gonna be the tiebreaker. That's gonna be the one that ends it all. Easy, yeah, it's gonna be easy. Okay. So the CTA subways are commonly known as the L. We all call it that.
Right.
What does the L? What words are those abbreviated for? A. Electro deposit. B. Elevated. Or C. Eligibility.
I'm gonna go B. Elevated train.
Okay.
B for 1,000.
What you say? What you say,
Elevated train.
though?
We're gonna have to get another tiebreaker, but I'm gonna go B too.
Okay, so the first question that we had, you got it right. So, Walt Disney, he was born in Chicago, Illinois.
Wow.
The second question we had Chicagua, what was the plant? Did one of y'all say, no, y'all both said alfalfa, right?
I said sunflower.
Okay, and you said neither one of them was right, but
Okay.
it's wild garlic. So that was the answer for that one.
Nobody.
And then the 1930 sponge cake, the answer was A, Twinkies.
Okay.
So you said nobody got that right?
Nobody got that right.
So look, there you looking like you getting it. Then the last one we had the subway, which is the L. What's the abbreviation for that? You got it right. Elevated train, yes. So looking like, you know, Dave, you might be getting a little cash. You ready? I mean, I ain't got the singles just yet, you know, but it's fresh. Yeah. Buy you some food. You know, get a little something. Yes, get some sage, maybe, you know, cleanse the air, cleanse the spirits. Yeah. So we just did the Chicago check, and you are checking in with Rolling Out.
My name is Mark Basso, the founder and president of Audubon Country Club. Thanks for coming by. Audubon is going into our 14th year of operation now. We have over 440 members, and we have a beautiful 350-acre facility 45 miles from downtown Chicago. We actually have 2 circuits here. Our north circuit is 1.5 miles. The south circuit is 2.2 miles, and they link together to form a 3.5-mile circuit, which is one of the largest in the U.S. Members have access to one track or another 6 days a week for 7 months of the year. So you can show up on Tuesday afternoon and enjoy a beautiful sunny day in your new McLaren or Porsche or BMW or Corvette or whatever kind of car you have or motorcycles. We have a track for you at all times. We also have real estate here. We've sold 72 lots around the property where members have built their garage mahal. So we also have condo garages, we have rental garages. So really whatever level you're at, you have the ability to keep a car here, show up, enjoy it, have fun, have dinner with our private chef here. So all the infrastructure that we have is ready to support you and your passion for automobiles at basically 7 months of the year. We also have 4 pro race shops on property that'll maintain your car. So all you have to do is show up and enjoy the place with your family. We have a go-kart track, which is also getting expanded right now. So it's going to be a 7/10 of a mile, one of the largest go-kart tracks in the U.S. will be right here with elevation changes and lights. So you and your friends can come out in the evenings and race go-karts here. So there's the music. That's the music we love here at Audubon. So thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to call us or check out our website, audubоncc.com. Thank you.
Called lunchtime touring. So this is a lead follow, maximum speeds 50 miles an hour. Basically, when they come back around, I'm going to be releasing you at the back of the pack.
Okay.
You're just going to follow them. 603 horsepower, twin turbo V8, all-wheel drive, 0 to 60 in like 3.4 seconds.
Wow.
You and your friends could do 201 mile an hour in this beast. All right, we're going to get you guys going here. You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go!
I give it a little bit, you know, I'm trying to be all the way cool. Trying to let y'all feel a little bit. I'm a cruiser. Just see how it goes.
This right here, this is that joint. Hit this corner. Dude, this is a feeling like y'all can't even imagine. It's a lot of horse, just ride.
I'm Emily, and this is Checking In with Rolling Out. I'm your host, Emily, and today we're checking in with 2 of Chicago's fashion icons, Fashion Geek and Fly's very own Dave Jeff. Thank you for sitting with us today.
Thank you for having us.
I saw that we put you in a McLaren.
Yes.
That was pretty hot.
Very.
Okay. I mean, I know that you guys are out here doing great things for the city. I wanted to ask you guys, you know, what is it that brought you into fashion and designing? I know that you started at Tony's Sports.
Tony Sports.
That was a long time ago.
Oh yeah. I mean, just I'm from High Park. South Side Chicago.
And that's what Fly stands for. I love Hyde Park.
I love Hyde Park. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I mean, it was always fresh. It was always a dope thing. Like, what really kind of just got me into the fashion thing, just to be honest. Like, yeah. So I mean, you know.
Your mom took you downtown a lot.
Downtown a lot. Yeah, Marshall Fields. Like, you know, so you saw like Water Tower, the stores, and you know the brands and things like that. And so I mean, that just kind of got me in the interest of like clothes, of being fresh. Like it took to being at Tony Sports. Working with some of the bigger brands coming in, kind of like picking our brains of what's hot or this, that, and the other. But this was at the beginning of a lot of the streetwear type things, the beginning of these brands. So we kind of had access to the Aniches, the people doing the academics and these things, like those brands at that time. So that just sparked my interest and just kind of went in. The same thing with shoes and everything. And then it just, just rolled into like, let me do my own thing.
Yeah. So the guy from Fila, he gave you a book that had these pictures of Biggie, and Pac, and you put them on shirts. Right. What gave you that idea? What inspired you to be like, this needs to go on a shirt, this is going to be hot?
Well, see, like I said, in the beginning of the streetwear, not to just date myself or anything like that, that was just what it was just about these tees. And then at the time, the application for the tees was like a heat press type thing, to where you take a picture and then press it on the tee. It was this brand out of DC that had these dope shirts. Like DC was using this brand called Lux or something like this. So Lux was extra thick tee. It was a different tee. It wasn't a flimsy like Fruit of the Loom tee. So I got that tee and then got that book, just like you said. And these pictures were just dope. Like the Biggie counting the money, he just looked real fly to me. So branded that. Pac, found a dope picture of Pac in the camo. Everybody knows I love camo. Pac was a fly thug to me. So just branded it like that, and those were the first brand identifiers of what fly was. And so I didn't change didn't change the logo, and started with those shirts, and then just start slanging them shirts just like anything else.
Yeah.
Right.
So how'd you come up with the name Fashion Geek?
It's a weird story, but how can I get back to it? The name came from, it was the song, if you remember the song Pharrell had, Drop It Like It's Hot. And he was like, think before you mess with little skateboard P. And it just went with it, you know what I'm saying? I was always in the fashion. I was just freestyling one time and just said Fashion Geek, me and my best friend. And he just stopped like, that's dope. That's how the name came, true story.
And the duck?
The duck was just all of us, you know, just from our polo days, our Ralph days, you know. I wanted a mascot, a logo that just, you couldn't tell if it was black or white. That was the main thing. I didn't want no diss to FUBU or Mecca. I wanted it to be us, but the other people not know it was us. You know what I'm saying? So it's just coming up with a timeless logo that everybody would be like, yo, I like the little fresh stuff.
Okay. And tell me about that time in that era when it was like from baggy to kind of tight, more fitted.
We took a lot of
heat, right?
A lot of heat.
So did Kanye. Took a lot of heat.
Yeah, we was early, you know. Shout out to my brothers Vic, leaders, Mike, Ty. We was one of the early people wearing the clothes fitted, you know what I'm saying? So we took a lot of heat just in the urban community.
And pink.
We was wearing colors and fitted jeans early. I was a lot slimmer at the time, but we was wearing all the stuff that wasn't accepted. We like to say that we're like some of the forefathers from the Midwest, just to go that way, because we would be in the so-called hood spots with that stuff on, and they was coming at us like, yo, what are y'all? Every look that's the look now was our look. Yeah. Maybe over 10 years ago.
Yeah. And you guys branch even further, throwing events. I've heard about these fly block parties.
Oh yeah.
Fly block parties, this is fly, but the events, that's funny you said that. One of my main shirt got a lot of recognition from a party that Dave threw. Dave threw a complex party, and it was my chance to get in the game. So I printed up some promo tees just with the duck on it. It actually made the Complex magazine that featured his party. Right. Just so happened Kanye was on the cover.
Right. So
this is where
it was all Chicago.
the real Kanye. It was all just like, it was on the cover.
Right.
And everybody, this is when Kanye had the world. So this is his party. Kanye on the cover. And they took a picture of my friends, and all 5 of them had on the duck.
But like you say, the fly block parties was like in the old Harper's Court, where my first store was, or whatever. And so this was, Ye was there, everybody came out, the Just Blazes and everything, the DJs or whatever. Yeah, the fly block parties were kind of crazy.
That's probably some of the illest, arguably the dopest times in the city just since I've been on this earth. His fly block party every year was just like
progress.
Something
So
you
we're
see on
bringing that
TV.
back.
Right. No, I mean, well, I'm a partner of like the Brewfest is really now the fly block party on steroids. like this last summer we had 40,000 people out there for
Wow.
2 days. We had,
Amazing.
like headlining Jazzy Jeffs to down on the DJs and the talent, so it's just getting bigger and bigger.
I gotta check for my invite. I must have missed that.
My bad.
Probably
Yeah,
not bad.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you invited you.
Right, I'm sure.
Okay, so speaking on that, tell me like the importance to you of keeping and building your brand here in your home city in Chicago rather than venturing out like a lot do.
I mean, the importance is like, I mean, this is like everybody, you cheers. You want to go, everybody knows your name, you know what I'm saying? But I think because I think I can speak for both of us, since we move around so much or whatever, this is always a good place to call home, but we represent the city outside, and I think you got to do that. Like, we're able to see other things and not necessarily like bring those things back, but stay us in our own city.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you
very
got to.
important.
Yeah, I mean, they teach us otherwise. Like when you a kid that wants to get into fashion, they tell you everything you're supposed to do, and I'm always left. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, you got to do New York, you got to do LA,
Right.
and we did it our way, to be honest. And everything that we got is Chicago. It's just funny. People from Chicago don't know that people outside of Chicago really love Chicago.
Love Chicago. Right.
That's
Very
why
true.
everybody is screaming, I want to move. No diss, because you need to travel. I'm out of town every other week. That's my goal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I leave tomorrow morning.
Right.
But at the same time, it's Chicago. I'm Chicago first, because you get a mixture of everything. You get the street, the designer. You experience the
It's culture here.
yeah. It's just
Got
it's
water.
ill. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's cold. It's hot.
Right.
It's just
You got
it's everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so tell me about building a brand here. Like, tell me about, versus, I'm sorry, hold on. Tell me about building your business here. Tell me about, the pros and cons of doing it in a storefront versus building a platform online nowadays. Because you have multiple storefronts, right? And you do
Yeah.
as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the storefront, like I just say at the time, in my introduction of the game, it was just more so navigating and being the first. Like I was one of the first, to even have a Nike, to deal with Nike on a major brand on a level that we were on at the time. Then no one was doing it. Or whatever, like the Black History shoe that just came out for sale, maybe last year or something like that. That program started in my store over 12 years ago. With that, like it was a list. I had a list of people I could give that shoe to, or whatever. I mean, I'm just saying that was then. The time is different. Now, like the online thing is definitely imperative. It's a must in the thing, because everybody does everything from their phones. And so people want the quick access, but the benefit to having a door, in my opinion, and multiple doors, in my opinion, is that people get to come in and experience you and your brand. Like I've always said, and I said with people aiming to start a brand, and these things were like, and I say this all the time, is nothing different that you can do to a shirt, a tee, anything that we've done that hasn't been done already. People are messing with that brand because essentially they're living vicariously through us, through you, through the designer, through the person who stamps it, or whatever. Like I get people too. I'm a bigger guy, fresh, fresher in the thing, whatever. And so I've always had that bigger customer that gets fresh or whatever. Like I know, like You know, to Zoe, people, you know, Zoe does real high designer type thing, and it has this fresh thing, whatever. And so people that aspire for this, I know they live like, man, well, he has on this today, he has on good, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. And you have to just it's not a facade or anything like that, because it's what we do. But I'm saying that's what people look at when it comes to the brands. And so those are the two things of it. You gotta have it. To me, you have to have it. You don't have to have a store. I like having a store because I like creating in the store. I like the energy of the store. But the online thing is definitely a must.
Right, but it
Today.
feels like tangible.
Today, right?
The thing with the store is because, I mean, it serves it serves a lot of purposes. But my main thing with the store is just, it's like that stamp. You know what I'm saying? Because you got, with social media, so many people that's just waking up and saying, I'm this, without even the credentials or the work.
It's all self-proclaimed.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, my thing is the store thing, you really can't fake it. That's one, you know what I'm saying? And then two, I shop every day, but I would prefer to touch and feel it and try it on, you know what I'm saying? So it's needed. Like, I think they both are important.
So it's like
you know what I'm saying?
it's like having two guns.
Yeah, you
knocking it
need
out.
them both.
You need
know
them
what
both
I'm saying? Some
today.
people, you'd be surprised how many people on my website purchase stuff from me daily and live in Chicago.
Same here.
So it tailors to both.
No, I think you're right too. Like, I'm curvier and I feel like I have to try things on. I want to feel the material, see how it fits me, things like that.
Word.
I agree. I want to know what inspires you guys when you're designing. How do you keep it fresh? I know you were saying there really isn't anything that, you know, is brand new. You know, everything's kind of inspired by each other. Or
Well,
created.
no. When I say that, I mean it's like screen prints, Chanel, different applications or whatever like that. It's like it's nothing really just new to do. Like, okay, a couple of years ago, an extended tee was a cool thing. That might have been the one change in a while. You know what I'm saying? Wear the tee long, but not really, because some of the people were wearing this stuff oversized and bigger anyway.
Yeah.
So it was extended. So it's just that's what I mean. It's just different. Like, as far as the like just design, it's just like. The things that inspire me are definitely my family. God inspires me. That whole thing. I like colors too. On that, it just, you know, just being fresh.
Is there any sort of like process that you go through to gain inspiration, or is there any muse or anything that you could specifically say like?
No, that's it. I mean, it just depends. Like,
Yeah, not to cut you. I think you get that through travel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and experience.
sitting on the planes,
Yeah,
seeing different things.
he's been to Paris Fashion a few times.
Right,
you know
right.
what I'm saying? Just inspiration with me is different because I come from not having it. So I'm kind of like inspired because I'm always thinking of. So I was 13, I was probably considered poor. You know what I mean? So just to build up and remember not having it, and then using the fact that they give you this blueprint, tell you what you have to do, and we did it our way, meaning it was just not like we had a cheat code, but it was just like, I'm gonna outwork everybody, you know what I'm saying? That's my goal. I know for a fact that I don't know anybody that works half as much as I work.
Yeah.
And
I don't know
And I say that I agree with him too.
Like, I don't know anybody
I
that's...
ask him how he sleeps sometimes
like,
when he don't sleep. I give him that all day.
It's all day fashion, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
my thing is taking it where we're dealing with the street. I'm really concerned with that guy that people count out. This is my inspiration. Like, how can we make this guy that these designers really don't care about, and we just bringing the worlds together? That's pretty much my style. It's street, but it's designer. That's kind of like the rap style now. That's why I'm kind of getting away from it, because the rappers didn't adapt it to what I've been doing for like 12 years. And it's cool. That's how it goes, you know what I'm saying? That's why I come across weird now, because what these guys just discovered has been my inspiration forever. It's like mixing street with designer.
Yeah.
That's just my
And my thing today is just comfort. It's comfort. It's comfort.
Yeah.
I want the best
Being
feeling.
comfortable.
Yeah,
Best
what
feeling,
a
comfort.
yeah, what a splash of that as well. I just had a conversation yesterday how I probably haven't worn a pair of jeans. I probably wore one pair of jeans in 4 years.
Yeah.
And I got maybe 100 pair of jeans. It's just that I don't see point or reason to put on a pair of denim.
Well,
It's not
streetwear is
comfortable.
completely high fashion now.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I
And
wasn't
that's the
But I
good-
mean,
good
but I'm
point.
saying here, we definitely able to walk in any place we want to, whatever we got on, regardless, because.
If I got to dress a certain way, I'm not supposed to be there.
Right, exactly.
You mentioned doing some work with Nike. I know you both do work with Puma. Now you guys are never stopping, never sleeping, apparently. So tell me about your work. I mean, I know you just released a shoe that went crazy,
Yeah.
sold out,
Yeah.
and I didn't get a pair, but it's
Oh,
okay.
I got you. Yeah, that's light. Yeah.
But yeah, tell me about that. Tell me about like new ventures or.
I mean, like the thing with Nike was a while ago. Like I've had a couple of my own shoes with Nike, a shoe with K-Swiss 2 or whatever. This thing that we have going on, like this relationship with Puma right now, is just it's gotten more serious now. It's kind of been ongoing for a while. Like good alley-oop from big bro, Mr. Emory Jones, and being able to put his brothers in position to basically do them. You know what I'm saying, or on it, or whatever, and it's just about to be a great ride, y'all going.
Oh yeah, it's early. Like
This is early.
yeah, the shoe we did that dropped a month ago, it sold out. You know what I'm saying, and it was big.
I know I couldn't get one.
Yeah,
I
I
like
got you.
not even one single one, not a left one.
Nah, we got it. The next one is even crazier.
Right.
And it's really soon.
Okay, I'm really excited.
Yeah, we really
Right.
got some stuff on the table with Puma that's, I think, is groundbreaking. And the best part about it is just 100% us. My collection drops next year with Puma. I got a full collection of clothing, accessories, 3 more shoes, everything you can think of. And this every piece I'm so excited about because it's me. And I can sleep even if nobody buys it. I'm like, yo, this is dope to me. Like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna say it's corny at all.
Right.
That's it.
Right, and then this, like currently right now, like I handle a lot of our guys' business. You know what I'm saying? Just with the experience that I've gathered in the game and consulting for other companies. So that's what I'm doing right now. I handle a lot of those business and doing stuff strictly with Puma and activations and marketing, that whole thing, and more so with the design. But I have a shoe 2 coming in 19. Right.
Amazing.
Right.
You guys do a lot of work to just giving back to the community, and that's a lot through the events, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what else? Can you tell me about anything else that you're working on that's sort of, a give back or working with?
Yeah, one of the shoes I designed, it hasn't been approved yet, but it was based on the violence that's going on in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? The shoe was designed for it was just like this. You can design anything and just make it fresh and just say, Lord, I'm putting out something. Where I am now is because I reach the age of these young men that's being hurt and murdered. You know what I'm saying? They relate to me a lot. Often I play this sick game with myself where I go to the page of the deceased and maybe like 85% of them is following me. So it's like, yo, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Just to let them see like, yo, we not on that, man. Like, you can look at me and be very wrong when I step out the car and just profile me. But I'm a monster when it comes to business. I don't care who, stressed, like whatever, just another story. All I'm saying is what I'm doing now with Puma, and I'm trying to get them, same thing with Meek is doing with the reform program. Puma is so open to letting us do us, you know what I'm saying? Like they see the vision, like be creative. I just want to do all my stuff with proceeds go to non-for-profits and families of victims due to gun violence.
Then I had like the Chicago kids that you see, and it's kind of just turned into a brand identifier too with Fly. That's what it's based off of too. Just like us standing up to say that I've made the decision to do something different and better. Even though I come from these Chicago streets, yes, I'm a Chicago kid, but I have consciously made a decision to do something else with myself besides play in this violence.
Yeah, and your spirituality for both of you plays a huge role in how you guys conduct business, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. I don't talk much, so I get confused often. You know, if you say that, for whatever reason, I'm not a talker. I feel like everybody talks.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like everybody. Everybody is just I kind of just like doing groundbreaking and
Showing up.
and you're like, wow, you know, just with background, we never received business loans or wrote. I've never wrote a grant or anything that was considered like the way you're supposed to do it. And I got 3 stores. I got a website. I sell over 2,000 t-shirts a week.
Yeah, and tell me where these stores are located. Let's do a little promo.
Well, we got the South Loop location opening back for Black Friday this year. That's 1600 South Wabash. Got one in Beverly. It's 2148 West 95th Street. And then we have one in Lansing, 176 in Torrance. And then online is alonzojackson.com.
Then I have the Alpha Space. The Alpha Space is 2014 South Michigan. It's just the beginning of everything fly. So it's just like elevated retail. Like I definitely do my fly drops. This is where we did the release of the Fashion Geek Puma shoe. We've done Puma basketball stuff there, other activations, and it's just like, you know, new age retail.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
yeah. You can follow me at Dave Jeff.
And I wanted to ask, as fashion icons, what are your favorite shoes out right now?
Well, one, I'm not a fashion icon. and 2, definitely my favorite shoe is my shoe.
Your shoe?
Fashion Geek times
with
Puma.
it.
Right. Yeah, I'm not a fashion icon either. I'm a lover of fashion, of fresh thing. But my favorite shoe right now, I can't front, is the Yeezy 350, and it's not just because it's Yeezy. Like I said, I'm on the comfortable. That shoe is comfortable as hell.
Yeah,
To me, you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
You should try Uggs.
Gosh.
You should try ours.
Like those are just one of my favorite shoes right now. Yeah.
So what's the craziest event that you ever hosted?
Man,
Just done a lot of hosting.
a lot of hosting. Like I've been a host for Sneaker Pimps. The sneakers a national tour for. Like I did it for almost 10 years. Man,
He hosted Marvin Gaye listed party.
No.
I'm over here like, wait,
Right,
what?
Marvin Gaye.
Trying to do the
No,
timeline.
it had to be like one dope New York Sneaker Pimps. So I think like everybody, like I was able to bring on everybody. Nas, Clips, Wale, Big Boy. I think T.I. was there. Like one of the, I think that it was probably one of my favorite shows, my best times in hosting something with that. It was probably like 6,000-7,000 people, whatever. That was a great experience. Great experience. I mean, I could really get the rush of these entertainers doing these stadiums and things like that. But like I'm just saying, like as far as like me hosting, yeah, like boom. Like creating like something I produced from top to bottom. I would just say last year's Brewfest, we had an amazing stage, amazing talent.
Who'd you bring out?
Jazzy Jeff closed us. So it was Jazzy Jeff, it was Clark Kent, it was D Nice closed us. We had Terry Hunter, Alan King brought back DJ Ferris, you know what I'm saying, Chicago out to the masses with that. So, you know, because Chicago's a big house city, and so it was awesome. On 53rd, you know what I'm saying, like from Lake Park looking all the way
I can
down.
only imagine
Like
the
I say,
energy.
right, yeah, 2 days, it was 40,000 people outside, beautiful weekend, everything,
Yeah.
everything.
As business owners and building a brand, what would you say were like some major hardships that you faced?
Funding.
Yeah, funding.
Is always tough. You know what I'm saying? I think we in a business where it's hard to get someone else to see the vision, because again, we're taught that you can't do it the way that we did it. You know what I'm saying? You're taught that the education has to be there. You have to understand the business, and I mean, it's just so much that you're told. No one just says like, do it, except Nike. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only
Right.
people. I hate it that it's cliche, but that's probably the best advice ever. You know what I'm saying? It sounds so corny and cliche, and somebody would say just do it, but
That's what I was gonna ask next. Is like, what kind of advice would you give, you know, a young up and coming designer?
well, it's
or
the same.
business
It's the
owner?
same with me. I tell them all the time the cheat code is the internet. You know, I've never been to. He's been to Paris. I've never been to Paris. You would think as much as I got everything as far as fashion. That probably didn't drop in the last 5 years if it's in my size. But what I can say is I've seen every fashion show in Paris the last 5 years on YouTube. Everything is on YouTube. So it's just people don't understand just the importance of the internet. My shirt,
Be a student.
yeah, my shoe, he would tell you dropped because of social media. I had a meeting with Puma. They decided the shoe wasn't that good.
Really?
And I asked them, I knew what it was. And I said, I just did it real slick. Like, well, okay, since the shoe is not dropping, can I leak it? The shoe went viral.
Like literally, like no,
No,
listen, like
it went-
when you say something go viral, like
No,
I
I'm
watched
talking-
it.
yeah,
I
we
watched it go
talking-
viral.
yeah,
I watched
talking
it go like
2,000 likes in 37 seconds.
right, and
Whoa.
if
Like it's something you would
and if
never.
I'm following
Numbers don't lie.
if I'm following 1,000 people on my thing,
Your DMs say plus 99 for about a month.
man. But then
It
to
stopped.
see the shoe, like I'm saying, down the timeline of them 1,000 people, everybody posted the post, reposted the post, reposted my post, reposted his
Right,
post,
even
his post. It's just
even
like
to make it look weird, you
like
know
my
how you
phone
look at
went
your
like-
explore page and you got all the boxes.
It came up on there.
Every box was
came
the
on.
shoe.
No.
So like literally,
It was
literally.
crazy.
That's a
man.
screenshot.
So
That was
the
crazy.
people,
I got it.
the people wanted his shoe, so Puma had to do his shoe.
So-
Like I just had to explain to somebody yesterday. It's funny. Side note, I'm somewhere just arbitrarily, whatever. Somebody trying to tell me about the industry, like this, that, and the other. No, this is how this goes. Such and such. Put a stamp on him. This, that, and the other. And I'm just sitting there like he said. I'm just like, that's not how it happened. What do you mean? And I had to ask him. I said, where do you work every day? He told me where he worked. He told me what he did. So you know how I work every day? I talk to this man and that man every day, and it didn't happen that way. Whatever. This thing that he has going on has been in the works for a long time. So it wasn't.
It's putting in the work and
Oh,
doing
yeah,
it with
That's
a purpose.
everything. You know what I'm saying? Again, they get it. I'm misunderstood because I don't talk. I don't like talking. Everybody talks. You know what I'm saying? I look at the energy in the room and I listen to everybody and I'm just like, you telling me about your life, I'm thinking about a haircut. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody talks, and if we just put the energy in saying like, yo, I'm gonna take my computer, I'm gonna dedicate, I tell people this all the time, like, go 1 year straight of zoning out for a lifetime. Like 1 year where it's not about my hair being cut and clothing, no negative energy. It's just like, yo, I'm in this space, so if somebody asks me, do I feel like I deserve it? I can look them in the face and say, absolutely, and that's what we did. We went years. I slept in cars. You know what I'm saying? We shared meals.
Right. Share
I've done a
rooms,
lot, yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like to me and like Fly, like early on, and whatever was about being out pushed. This was like pre-internet, just to kind of date it or pre-maximizing of the internet or whatever. And it was my thing of just like building a brand and being out every night and here and there and pushing whatever. It had to be like, okay, am I gonna do this or I'm gonna get a divorce? you know, in the thing, because it was just a heavy push.
It's
but,
hard.
But now, like coming around, like and being more mature in this, and you know, and being more stable and a lot of things, you know, in regards to business or whatever, it's like this was not an overnight success of nothing, and we still pushing and just do the homework.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, thank you so much for that, and tell the people where they can find you guys again.
You can hit me at Dave Jeff, DaveJeff, or hit the site is flyworldwide.com. It's PHLIworldwide.com. It's PHLI is backwards for I love helping people too.
You can find me in the clouds. I'm joking.
Right.
My IG is Fashion Geek, so that's my Twitter as well. Like I said, we got the 3 locations. If you Google them, they pop up, just Fashion Geek, just to be easier.
Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
All right, guys, I'm Emily, and you just checked in with Rolling Out.